Hello students, today we will study a beautiful chapter named The Lost Spring, and we will be studying the first part of the chapter. Before we start with the video, I request all of you to kindly like and subscribe my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. So we will be starting with the first part of the chapter. Before starting, let us see the topic of the chapter, the heading of the chapter. That is the Lost Spring. You all might be knowing about the various seasons that we have. The summer season, the winter season, the autumn and the spring season. Among all these seasons, the best season, which is generally liked by the common masses and by the poets, is the spring season. Do you know why? Because spring season is a season during which you will find greenery all over the place. You will find the flowers blooming, and everywhere you will find a lot of activity, a lot of happiness and a lot of positivity. So here what the author has done, he has drawn a parallel comparison between the spring and the childhood stage of a human life. Because in childhood stage also there is a lot of happiness, a lot of activity. So the author has drawn a parallel comparison between the two. And why the author has used the word lost phase? Because here he wants to portray, he wants to give a message that the childhood has been lost of a particular character. So here in the given story, sometimes I find a Rupee the garbage. Here the main central character is a boy named Sahib. The writer of the chapter is Anisha. So once Anisha, he had a chance to encounter a meeting with a boy named Sahib who was a rat picker. Now this boy Sahib, he had migrated along with others to Delhi from Dhaka, and that also illegally. So the illegal migrants is one of the major problems which the present government is facing. So he was one such fellow who had come from Dhaka to Delhi in search of livelihood, in search of something better. So this Sahib, he used to roam around the streets of Delhi and he used to do the work of rag picking. When the author asked him as to why he didn't go to the school and why he used to collect the garbage, his only answer full of innocence was that there was no school in his immediate neighborhood. And when the author said that if he would get one such school constructed, then what he would do? And his answer was that he promised the author that he would join the school. Now, let's come to the particular meaning of the name of the main character of the story, Sahib. The full name of the Sahib was Sahib Allah. Sahib Allah means the Lord of the universe. But here, what we find is that this person, he didn't know the meaning of his name. And moreover, his name was slightly ironical. Now, what is irony? Irony is a literary device in which something opposite happens or what is intended. So here, Sahib's name was Lord of the Universe. That means he owned all the materialistic things of the world. But in reality, he had nothing. He was poor. And this boy used to roam around the streets of Delhi barefoot. So there was a big desire in his heart, deep within his heart, that he should own a pair of shoes. So this was the desire of Sahib. And Sahib, along with other migrants, he used to live in Simapuri. Now what is Simapuri? Where it is located? Simapuri is a slum. It is located at the outskirts of Delhi. He was living there, and there the people who were living in the slums, their main aim is to obtain food. For them, food is more important for survival than existence. Right from the onset of the day till deep into the night, they are in search of food. They are in search of work so that they can earn money and obtain food. Because if they are alive, if they exist, the food stands for existence. So they are alive only due to the availability of food, and that also what work they do is that they collect garbage. For these slum dwellers, for these rag pickers, garbage was like a gold. Why it was like a gold? Because it was a way to earn their daily bread. It was a way to take care of the family. So for them, garbage was a gold. For the other people, it might be a waste. But here it was a resource which was something quite useful. It was just like a gold for these rat pickers. So Sahib, he also liked to watch people play tennis. Once after a few months, when author again met Sahib and he inquired as to where he was working, he said that he has left the job of rag picking and instead he had started working as a helper in the local tea stall. And when inquired as why he was working at the tea stall, he said that he was getting a steady income, a monthly income of 800 rupees per month and moreover free meals. But one important thing which was noticed by the author was that when Sahib used to do rag picking, he was master of his own. He was a master of his own. Whenever he wished to work, he could work. Whenever he wished to rest, he could rest. And there was always a smile on his face. But now, when he was working as a helper in the tea stall, in spite of receiving a good income, but still he was a mere servant. So all his freedom and pride, it vanished. It vanished. But in the end, we find that the story ends with a positive note. Positive note why? Because the Sahib, he was positive towards his life that one day he would work hard and something better would happen in his life. I hope you have enjoyed the story and understood it. If you liked and understood, please like and subscribe my video and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.